What is up, everyone? And welcome, excuse me. Let me fix that real quick. What is up, everyone? And welcome to a very special edition of The Danny Show. I'm your host, Danny Cody, giving you commentary and reviews on all things wrestling. And for those of you who are watching, I want to thank everyone that has helped me reach 400 subscribers. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate that. That is a huge blessing. And before I get started with my review on last night's WrestleMania, check out who's standing. I got Roman and The Rock together since they were tag team partners. But on the other side, I have 1999 Undertaker from Philadelphia and Kane. Now imagine that 1999 Undertaker and Kane versus Roman Reigns and The Rock. That would be an awesome tag team match. Let me know in the comments below which team you think would win that match. Or better yet, we got Roman and Rock versus Rated RKO. Who's your pick on that? That being said, let's get started with tonight's review. With last night's review of WrestleMania Saturday, we opened up the show with Rhea Ripley versus Becky Lynch. Let me just say, Samantha, much respect to her for announcing the entire night. Much respect to her for doing that. That was awesome. We opened up the show. It was chilly in Philly, and ironically, where I am, it is 47 degrees. So I know how everyone feels there. But we opened up the show with Becky Lynch versus Rhea Ripley with a 50-50 ovation. It was a spectacular match to open the show, and to be honest with you, I was rooting for Becky Lynch to win. I really thought this was Becky's night. Last night was Becky's night. However, it was Rhea Ripley's night. Awesome opening, awesome entrance with Motionless in White, which I did not know was from Philadelphia. I plan to listen to a lot of Breaking Benjamin because Breaking Benjamin is a Philadelphia based rock band and other people, and Will Smith getting jiggy with it. And y'all heard of me are my favorite Will Smith songs to listen to since Will is from Philadelphia, given the Philadelphia vibe. And I had a cheesesteak tonight, or should I say last night. But nonetheless, great match to open up the show. I was rooting for Becky, but we got Rhea. And Rhea was greeted backstage with Charlotte Flair, which I thought was pretty cool also. And we had an awesome ladder match last night with DIY paying homage to DX, being Triple H and Shawn Michaels. And I found it very ironic because if you think about it, first, it was Triple H and Shawn Michaels, best friends turned bitter rivals. That would pave the way for matches like in rivalries such as Gargano versus Champa. And that would also go to other best friend turned rivalry matches, such as what we saw earlier today with Trick Williams versus Carmelo Hayes. First of all, congratulations to Carmelo Hayes for tearing the house down yesterday. Awesome main event match. But let's talk about the match we had. First off, in the ladder match, what the helicopter is Damian Priest wearing? Finn Balor obviously wants to be a Gotham City villain according to Corey Graves. But we saw some highlights. Judgment Day's own JD McDonough went through tables. Pete Dunne was DDT by Gargano through a table, so we saw tables, and it wouldn't be right if we didn't see some extreme action in Philadelphia, which is ECW town, hence Paul Heyman being inducted into the Hall of Fame. By the way, by the way, that speech by Paul Heyman, let me just say, the speech by Paul Heyman Friday night, oh my goodness. Great speech, not PG at all. especially when Paul Heyman said to anyone who thinks ECW died in 2001, you can. Now, you saw Bubba Ray's reaction, but what you did not see was Randy Orton's reaction because somebody posted a YouTube video. I think it was Matt Kemple. He went to see the event live and saw from the balcony Paul Heyman giving his speech. And he showed Randy Orton's reaction, which was priceless. So, if Matt Kemple, check that out. But great speech. But back to this match. A lot of extreme moments. And I was a little disappointed from a fan standpoint when Theory, I kind of like Theory because he's from Georgia and he has that purpose before opinion thing. But I'm not a Grayson Waller fan because he's so good at being an annoying heel. But congrats to Austin Theory for being part of the tag team champions. I'll give him that. And of course, what I did not expect at all that I was very happy for was the Miz and Awesome Truth. Even though Awesome Truth didn't know who he was, Miz and Truth won the match and are now tag team champions. Also, we had the Lucha Tag match, like I said 2 nights ago. Friday night, Andrade pulled the ultimate April Fools. And last night, Andrade and Rey Mysterio got it done with help of some Philadelphia Eagles. And of course, Joaquin doing his 50-yard flying dive, as I'll call it, was 5-star awesome. I really enjoyed it. Then we had sibling rivalry. In the city of brotherly love, we had twins. The third time real life twins fought. The other time brothers fought was Undertaker versus Kane, but they were scripted brothers. But the real life brothers who have fought are the Hardys, Bret Hart and Owen Hart, which Owen won. And of course, this match right here. And it was good to me. I really enjoyed that. Lil Wayne brought Jay out. Red and blue are two of my favorite colors, but blue obviously represents the good guys, and red represents the sinister side, obviously, but those are my two favorite colors. Even going back to Kane and The Undertaker. Kane was red, Undertaker was bluish. So blue and red have always been my favorite colors, as you can see, but blue has always been the good guys, the heroic sides, the face guys, and red has always been the bad side. Nonetheless, great. You've heard of wrestling chop fest where they slap each other on the chest, and we'll talk about that in the Red Chest Diaries later. But we saw a chop fest later on with Gunter versus Sami Zayn. But last night rather, we saw Jimmy and Jay in a super kick fest. That I've never seen a super kick fest before, but boy did we get it from that match, and it was a good match. I don't know how Jay Uso fell for the oldest trick in the book when Jimmy said he was sorry and went and tried to trick him using super kick and splash. Jay kicked out, went for the spear and splash. Jay wins. Congratulations. And I really enjoyed doing that thing with the hand waves together. Absolutely enjoyed it. And speaking of Fest and Chop Fest, congratulations, Sami Zayn. You did it. He overcame so much that night, from all the power bombs as well as the splashes. And this is what happens when you get arrogant. That's why the good book says that pride goes before destruction and a haughty spirit before fall. Kane and Undertaker 2018. Actually, they got that from the Bible because The Undertaker, believe it or not, The Undertaker's a man of faith. And obviously, The Undertaker's been reading Proverbs 16 and 18. And also, speaking of numbers, never defend your championship on your 606. Needless to say, I got it. Needless to say, it was tonight was the omen, the bad omen for Gunther. Defending it, how many days has he been champion? That many days. That's a bad omen, just like the movie. Never defend your title unless it's the 667th day. Don't defend it on the other one. Omen. For those of you who got it, you got it. Also, speaking of omens, we have three of the strongest women in WWE. I don't even know if Bianca's going to be the strongest anymore now that Jade is in the mix. But we had Jade, Bianca, and Naomi making an incredible entrance to take down Damage Control as Asuka accidentally blew mist into um, Kairi Sane's face. And of course, first off, what's her name? Dakota Kai. It's you want to know what's funny about the women? It's I know what they're talking about because it felt like 48 degrees outside in Philadelphia. Where I am, it's actually 47 and it was really cool outside. So for them to dress that way, it's almost like they're in the cold and they're trying to show skin. They're in the hot when they go to Saudi Arabia, it's 200 degrees. It's a joke and exaggeration, but when they go to Saudi Arabia, it's over 100 degrees in the summer. But when they're here, it's cool and they're trying to show skin. However, when it's hot as fire overseas, they have to cover up for modest thing reasons, which I can respect. I can respect modest belief. But moving forward, nonetheless, Dakota showed off skin with her attire and all, but it didn't matter because the EST, Naomi, and the Storm, Jade Cargill, got it done. And Jade got the pin for the team, which was awesome. But let's talk about this tag match. First and foremost, all I can say, great entrance by The Rock. Nostalgic. And as Roman Reigns was making his entrance to the ring, we noticed that everybody, Cole and Corey Graves, was throwing their hands up, their fingers up to the sky, the ones. And Cole, by the way, I did not know Roman Reigns was still taking medicine to help with his leukemia. I did not know he was still doing that until I saw the Legends documentary. I'm glad he's doing okay with that and hope for the best in that real life situation. However, moving forward to the entertainment portion of it, we had Roman come down to the ring, and because Roman has done such a good job of being the villain of WWE, Pat McAfee would have his finger up. Corey had his finger up. Cole refused to put his hand up. Pat's like, Cole, can you put your hand up? Cole, Cole. And it kind of reminds me, and I know some of you may not have heard of this, but there was a viral video that is similar to the situation where a minister at a church was asking everyone to lift their hands. And he was like, come on, lift your hands. Lift your hands or get out. Lift your hands or get out. And it reminded me of that moment at the church where a minister was saying, everybody lift your hands or get out. It was more so throw your fingers to the sky or get out, Cole. But the match in itself, let me say, was very great. The match with it was a dream match of the ages, in my honest opinion. It was a great match. It didn't disappoint at all as far as the performance was concerned. We had The Rock, who many fans were still into, and we have Corey, not Cody, Cody and Seth, who I was really rooting for. But the match was great. We saw nostalgia with The Rock spitting in the face of Cody and Seth, and Seth spitting in The Rock's face, which is nostalgic history because in 1999, you know that The Rock spat in Stone Cold's face with water, and Stone Cold returned the favor. They and Seth did it right in front of The Rock's mother. How does it feel, Rock? But nonetheless, speaking of mothers, The Rock taunted Cody's mother. I did not know his mother remarried, but nonetheless, that was heelish of The Rock, but nonetheless, and Cole was not into it at all because Cole was like, "This is not right. It's crazy," and we didn't expect Roman to take it in and actually accidentally spear The Rock. The Rock sold it perfectly, by the way. But with all of that being said, I was, and of course, by the way, Paul Heyman, who is a Hall of Famer, had a very hilarious moment where he said, "I hate that darn sub." That was hilarious. But nonetheless, it was a great tag team match. The only thing I wish was that Cody and Seth won. But The Rock won via rock bottom and people's elbow, or his own elbow. The only thing I wish was that Jerry Lawler was there to call it. But now I'm concerned. I'm very concerned about tonight because it's Bloodline Rules. So for all of us who are supporting Cody to finish the story, we're doomed. We are so doomed. Solo's gonna be there. But wait a minute. Solo's gonna be there. Jimmy's gonna interfere. The Rock's gonna be there. But who's gonna back up Cody Rhodes? Does the devil come to Philadelphia? Does MJF show up tomorrow night? Will Cody Rhodes finish the story? Find out tomorrow in my review. Same Danny time, same Danny channel. I'm your host, Daniel Cody. See you next time.